Hey, welcome back. In this video I'm going to show you how I go about drawing a muscle car rat rod from a photo reference. So this particular image is by Vicky Sim. I will put a link to her Unsplash page where you can check out all of her awesome photos. And that's where I pulled this particular reference image from. And when I start with the sketch, I start out with the box. Make sure the box is drawn with believable two-point perspective. And I start with the basic proportions of where the wheel wells are, the fenders, and the cabin. And from there I proceed to, build out the rest of the car. I'm now moving into the inking stage here using a custom ink brush. I've got a video on how you can make your own custom ink brush in Photoshop, which I will also have a link to in the description below. So as I ink, for whatever reason the rotation tool is not working in my version of Photoshop. It's kind of acting weird. Otherwise normally I would rotate the canvas while I draw. Here I'm just trying to, fix some of the proportions on the fender. And as I mentioned in previous videos, I like to use the Lasso Tool to erase as opposed to using the eraser tool. It's just way faster. Let me know if you've had any experience with using the Lasso Tool as a quick cutting tool for erasing. Kind of curious to know if I'm the only person that's doing that or if other folks are also using the same technique as well. So here I'm adding some texture by way of some little dots. This car is definitely not perfect. I want to make it look like it's been worn in, and I'm kind of doing a little bit of two versions here, kind of a monster truck or monster car version, and that's why you see that box being built here. It's to help me figure out where the wheels are going to go. And I'll do another version that's more with the normal setup, where the wheels are going to be flush inside the wheel well. When you draw a vehicle in two-point perspective, the wheels will look a little bit more elliptical than circular. It's a common mistake that I see when I'm looking at students who are drawing vehicles. Here I'm going back through and I'm inking things up. I'm freehanding everything here. Did not use any line tool for this particular sketch. I should also note that the recording is sped up 4 times as fast. It took me about 20 minutes or so from start to finish to create this. Thanks to the magic of video editing and time lapse, you can see this go a lot quicker. Here I'm using the Lasso Tool just to go ahead and add some more elements that are underneath the car. And this is a great way to kind of conceptualize, because I don't have the wheels in the original reference photo. This allows me to sort of bring this car back from the dead, right? And now I'm working on a more normal version. You can see here, maybe something that was probably around in the 60s or 70s, kind of an older car at this point. Even though this car was in the 40s, maybe it was just beaten up, still in use. And so now you can see 2 different versions here. I'm going to go through and color it. I found the fastest way to color objects is to select the inverse. Of course, you want to make sure all your gaps are filled in. That's what I'm doing here. Just going back through and making sure that there's no openings in either of the illustrations. I'm using the Magic Wand tool, selecting everything outside, inversing the selection. And I'm simply selecting parts of the car on the base red color and hitting Command J to move that selection to its own layer, and then Command U to go ahead and adjust the hue and saturation. I find that's just a much faster way for me to work, as opposed to having to go through the swatches or the color panel to pick out colors. If you've been watching a few of these videos, Definitely would like to get some feedback from you. Have you tried any of the techniques that I've shared here? What has your result been? Just very curious. If you also follow these tutorials and you want to share what you've created with me, you can always tag me on my Instagram account at Krishna Draws. I will put a link to my Instagram account in the description too. Always curious to know what other folks are doing. And you can also reach out to me in the comments below and put in a request for something you would like me to consider for an upcoming video. I'm pretty excited. We're quickly gaining ground. As of this recording, we're about 269 subscribers. Thank you for those of you that have been subscribed and have been following along. I do appreciate that. And hopefully, if everything goes to plan, we'll hit 300 pretty soon. And there you go. Here's the finalized version. There you have it. Taking a reference image and making some fun hot rods out of it. Let me know what you think of the video. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.